morning, all you Spam lovers. Have I got a special treat for you today. Once you eat this recipe I'm going to make here, which I found out by accident, you're going to never go back to bacon again, ever. I'll be right back. Okay, the first thing you got to get on the menu is, well, of course, Spam. And then the second thing is a bunch of jalapeno peppers. And you wonder how they're going to go together. Well, I'm going to show you, so just stand by. I got my special vegetable knife here, and I'm just going to cut the ends off. Like that, we'll put those off to the side. And I'm going to cut them about maybe 1/8 of an inch, about this thick. Okay? We're just going to go all the way down. And I won't bore you. I'll wind up cutting a few of them here. Shut the camera off until I get that done. You don't need to see how I cut these, because I'll probably cut my finger again. And like right there, okay. Alright, this is about the right size you want them. And I'll be back in a minute when I get all these cut up. So just as a side point here, I've cut most of these up. I got them in a bowl, and we're just leave them all in there now. You see, these have got the seeds in. Some people like the seeds out, some like it in. I like to leave them in to give it a little zing. And I'll show you how you get rid of that zing in it. Zing, is that right? The heat, the hotness of it. I'll show you how to do that in a minute, how I do it. There's probably many ways of doing it. So that's about how much I have. I can't even talk right today. This is about as much as I have out of cutting all those jalapeno peppers. I'll be right back. The other day I had some, I made something with Spam and I had some left over. So I'm going to take 2 of these pieces right now and I'm just going to set them down here. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that in a little bit. So this, I've already removed the salt on these, and I'll put a little video up there on either one of the corners there, so you can see how to remove the spam. How do you remove this salt? What's the matter with me today? I think it's the peppers are doing it to my brain. So I'll be right back. Alright, I got this cool looking frying pan here that's actually non-stick, and the way it is, you can actually use a metal spatula in it if you wanted to, because what's happened is if you look under a microscope on it, you just feel it's kind of rough. And evidently the roughness is like the fingers of the metal sticking up, and then they put Teflon or something on the bottom of it, so they're pretty sturdy. I really like this pan because it's basically stick free. So the first thing you want to do is, of course, turn your oven on. I can turn it on about, I have a gas stove. Let's put it on about 2, and I'm going to put some oil in here. Just to like about that, and we'll let this heat up. I'll get some more light on this subject. There we go. And bear with me. And since I love butter so much, I'll also put butter in there. Butter and oil. Can't beat it. Okay, we'll put a little bit in there. You like the little bit thing? And I'll put a little bit over there. We don't want to put too much in. And I take this right there. I'm going to put it right on my burger like that. My Spam. Alright, I'm going to come back once this melts. Why am I having such a rough time today? Probably because it's been so long since I've made a movie. Alright, I'll be back in a moment once this all melts, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. One thing you can tell it's me cooking in the kitchen, because I have a very bad habit of putting my pan on a stove that I have not leveled yet. So you'll see all the oil and the butter move down to this end. And so what I'll have to do is do this here. What I'm going to do now is take all the peppers, and we're going to put them in there like that. Kind of spread them out so that each one gets the flat surface. And what I want to do is, I want some of them browned so they're crispy, and other ones, they can stay a little bit chewy. Alright, we'll get these spread out. They'll shrink a little bit as we get along. But doesn't that look good? Oh, wait until you see what I'm going to make with these. Actually, I found this recipe by accident. I go to a restaurant every Tuesday morning with some friends of mine that were all metal detectors. And one of the guys had always ordered sauteed jalapenos like this, like I'm going to make here. And so I order those and a half order of toast. How can you order a half order of toast? Well, I do. And I'll tell you, it's a breakfast in itself. So I came home, and the other day, yesterday in fact, bought some peppers, cut them up, put them in there, and as I'm cooking them, because you have to play with it a little bit to turn them over, make sure they're done in that, I'm sitting there thinking, what can I put these on? Let's put some Spam on there, in there, because I got some leftover Spam from the day before that I removed the salt on. And let's make a sandwich out of this. And I said, oh my God, okay, that sounds good. So that's the direction we're going to go. But I'll tell you something, after I made it, this, you will not be able to put it down. You'll eat it 24 hours a day. It is so damn good. Okay. While this is cooking up here, sauteing, if you want to, you can put a little salt. This is that Himalayan salt or pepper on it. It's your choice. I left, like I said before, I left the seeds in. You don't have to. You can take the time and take them out if you want to. I just left them in. So try it both ways, see which ones you like. Alright, to switch the topic away from my peppers here, and they absolutely smell wonderful, I want to talk about Spam. I bought the Spam either like this, see that? Okay? Or the salt, I won't say salt-free, but less sodium in it. People say, well, what do I have to remove the salt for? Because if you just get the low sodium and you don't have to go through all that work. Well, I'll tell you what, even the low sodium has too much salt in it. So that's my answer to that. And I've gone back and I read some of the comments. I'm probably up to 10,000 comments now on that one video, Better Than Bacon. A lot of comments, and well, you know, you're wasting your time taking the salt out. Just buy the salt free. That's the lazy man's way, and also it does not remove the salt. If I don't take the salt out, it seems like the salt overpowers anything you put it in it, mixed along with it. So that's the reason I wanted to bring that subject up, because I know a lot of guys especially, and you know, speaking of guys, maybe you girls there, or women, you know, I guess I can call that, I don't have to say a digital this or a digital that or it or they, but women, maybe you can tell me why men complain more about my cooking than the women do. It's like they all have opinions, and I think this is just something they do in life, is complain. I don't know. I'm a guy myself, and I don't. So leave in your comments below if you have an idea why men complain about others' cooking styles. I mean, you don't have to do this. And they say, oh, the videos are too long. And I'm saying, what the hell, just stick around for then? You can leave after 2 minutes if you don't like it. Who told you to sit there and watch the whole thing, even if it's 20 minutes? So I'm getting kind of short with people. I used to be real nice and try to be nice to them. I mean, I'm nice to them, but I don't take any garbage from them. If they don't like it, go on to another channel. I really don't care, you know. So I just have fun cooking, and this smells so damn good. Oh, see, oh, you can smell. I wish you could smell this. It is so wonderful. I'll be right back. Just taking a look at what I'm doing here. I hope you can see that some of these are really turning brown. I flip them over that. I've done it individually, but you don't have to do it individually. I burned myself a couple times using a fork because of the heat coming up around the frying pan. But this is the way I want them to look like here. And even if you overcook them a little bit, no problem. Now, one important thing is to make sure you slice them all the same width. You know, like these two here, or these four, are all the same width. But if you look at this baby and this one over here, it's going to take a little longer because I cut it too wide. Oh, this is really, I wish you could smell this. It is absolutely wonderful. Oh, here, listen to that. Now they're shrinking a little bit, so I'm going to put them closer together. And then what I'm going to do, I always say that. Why do I say that? And then what I'm going to do, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my one piece of Spam and I'll put it right there. I want to get it nice and brown. I got another piece that's going to go right behind it in a minute, so I'll be back. Well, what I did while I was gone there is, you know, I just had one piece of Spam in there, and it was crying and it wanted its company, so I put its partner in here. We're going to flip that one over too, but these are really getting nice and brown. I just take a fork, and it gives me something to do, is flip them over. I know there's other ways you can do it. You can use this thing here. What do you call this thing? This thing here, but it's like, I like doing it like this. I tell you something, even Gordon Ramsay could not make a sandwich as good as this. And there's different, I'm thinking when I'm doing this, there's different types I can make, different things I can put on it. This is going to be wonderful. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, be back. Moving along here, you can see that some of them are really nice toasty brown. They're about ready to come out. And so is the Spam. Alright, so I'm going to show you something. I might move my camera here in a minute. But what I did is I used rye toast. So I took a half piece of toast. I took one piece of, not toast, one piece of rye bread. So we're about ready to come out with this. What I'm going to do is, how am I going to do this? I got to get you guys over here so you can see this. Let's do this. I'm going to move this off to the side. I'll leave it right there. Let's put this, I don't know where to put anything. I'm limited on space. Alright, I'm going to move my camera here. Let's move on. What I'm going to do is take some mayonnaise. And I'm going to put a light coating of mayonnaise. This here mayonnaise. Just any old mayonnaise will do. Don't use the fat-free stuff. Use the real powerful stuff. I'm going to just coat the ever so lightly. You like that lightly. On both sides. Just about like that. Can't get too much mayonnaise and butter in life. Oh boy. Alright, we'll put this off to the side. And take some honey mustard. I love honey mustard. This is whatever any brand is fine. Just a little bit. About like that. And just spread that out. My arm is probably getting in everything here. Like this here. My secret, this whole thing's a secret. Actually, it's not, how could it be a secret anymore? It can't be. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these peppers. If I don't get them all over, I'm going to put them right on top of this. Just like that. Your mouth is watering already. I can hear you guys. Put one like this here. One over here. Just about like that. Well, we got to do one more in here. Just grab a nice toasty one. Just about like that. Now I'm going to take one piece of Spam and I'll put that right on top. Now, my secret is to take a little bit of marmalade. Does that sound crazy? Well, wait until you try it. You don't have to put much on, just a little coating. Just a little bit. You don't need a whole bunch on it. Does that look good or what? Okay. Just about like that. Don't put those on the top. They don't drip all over. Getting crowded. I got enough here for another sandwich because I only made half of it. All right. And now what I'm going to do is, let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to take this part here and put it on top. I just want you to take a look at that sandwich. When you eat that sandwich, I'm telling you, you're never going to buy bacon again. It is so wonderful. This thing will melt in your mouth. And it's not hot. It's got a little zing to it, but it's okay. It's great. You'll love it. So, basically that's it. Honey mustard, mayonnaise, a little coating with sweet orange marmalade, some jalapeno peppers I sauteed, and a couple pieces of Spam, and you're all set to go. Hope you enjoy it. Give it a try. You're going to love it. I promise.